What if I told you that quitting sugar could reset your brain, clear your skin, and even stop your cravings in just 7 days? It sounds almost too good to be true. But here's the catch. Not all natural sweeteners are safe. In fact, some could be making your detox even worse. Think about your last trip to the grocery store. You probably breezed past rows of granola bars, salad dressings, even low-fat yogurts, each one advertising itself as health-forward or all-natural. But here's the jaw-dropping truth. Sugar hides in over 70% of supermarket foods, even the ones you'd least suspect, and especially in foods labeled as healthy, whether it's dextrose in your bread, maltodextrin in your sauces, or cane juice in your beverages. Sugar masquerades under dozens of names, slipping quietly into your daily diet without you ever noticing. But why is it such a big deal? Because the more sugar you eat, the more your brain begs for it. Sugar isn't just empty calories, it's a powerful manipulator, sparking the same brain pathways that light up with addiction. The result? Each sprinkle or sip leaves you wanting more, chasing that sweet high. But here's where things get wild. When you finally take the leap and cut sugar out, something astounding happens inside your body. Your taste buds begin to reset, dulling the constant need for sweet. Your energy starts to level out. No more crashing after lunch. Your mood, believe it or not, may stabilize or even soar. The fogginess you didn't know you had, it begins to clear. For many, even stubborn skin issues or digestive upset start to fade away. And here's a curious fact. In just 7 days of sugar detox, your body undergoes a complete shift. Insulin levels can normalize, leading to steadier energy and fewer cravings. Inflammation markers often drop, which can affect everything from bloating to acne. Your sleep can become deeper, and your mornings brighter. But there's a catch. Most people who attempt to quit sugar don't do it cold turkey. Instead, they hunt for replacements, something to satisfy that sweet fix, just in a healthier way. So they reach for honey, agave, maple syrup, or stevia. The logic seems sound. These sweeteners are natural, often less processed, and they don't spike your blood sugar quite as sharply. But here's where things can take a turn. Let's break it down. First, when you remove sugar from your diet, your body can actually go through withdrawal. Actual withdrawal, much like quitting caffeine or nicotine. You might feel tired and irritable. Some people get headaches, and you may even find yourself obsessing about food more than usual. But here's what's really going on. Your brain is recalibrating after years, maybe decades, of constant stimulation. Sugar triggers a dopamine release, the reward hormone, and with every treat, you've been reinforcing this circuit. Removing it means your biochemistry has to adapt, which takes time and patience. So during this window, when your brain feels deprived and your body craves sweetness, it's only natural to turn to natural sweeteners as a crutch. Let's talk about a few of the most popular ones, because they're not as simple as they seem. Honey. It's been praised for centuries and used in home remedies, rich in antioxidants and antimicrobial properties. But guess what? It's still sugar. Almost 80% of its content is simple sugar, split between glucose and fructose. While it may not hit your bloodstream as quickly as table sugar, it still elevates blood sugar and can fuel the same cravings you're trying to escape. Agave nectar. Here's one that's marketed as the ultimate healthy swap. You'll see agave in vegan recipes, clean eating blogs, and trendy health bars. But what you rarely hear is that agave is incredibly high in fructose, sometimes up to 90%. Unlike glucose, which your body can use for immediate energy, Fructose can only be processed by your liver. When consumed in excess, it puts a metabolic load on the liver, increasing triglyceride production and potentially contributing to fatty liver disease and insulin resistance. The exact concerns many people are trying to fix with a sugar detox. Maple syrup, another classic. It's natural, often less processed and loaded with minerals. But at the end of the day, it's about 65% sucrose. That's the same combination of glucose and fructose as regular table sugar. And then there's stevia. Derived from the leaves of a South American plant, stevia is almost miraculous. It's much sweeter than sugar, contains virtually no calories, and doesn't raise blood sugar. Used in its pure form, it can offer sweetness without the sugar spike. But here's the fine print. Most commercial stevia is processed, sometimes blended with fillers like maltodextrin and erythritol. These additives can trigger digestive upset in some people and defeat the natural purpose. So is swapping refined sugar for so-called natural sweeteners really the answer? Or are we simply falling into the same trap, endlessly dancing with our palate's desire for ever more sweetness, just in another disguise? Let's take a step deeper and listen to the experts. To Robert Lustig, a renowned endocrinologist and a leader in sugar research, puts it bluntly, fructose is not the same as glucose. It gets processed entirely by the liver, and over time, high fructose intake can lead to insulin resistance, the very thing people try to fix with a sugar detox. It's not just about the calories or the sweetness. It's what those sweeteners are doing inside your body, often out of sight and without symptoms until it's too late. Nutritionist Sarah Wilson, author of the best-selling I Quit Sugar, has built an entire movement around this idea. She explains, many natural sweeteners still train the brain to crave sweetness. The key isn't just detoxing from sugar, it's detoxing from the need for sweetness. This is where the rubber meets the road. Your taste buds and brain chemistry have been tuned to expect sweet after every meal, every snack, every drink. Simply swapping one sweet for another doesn't break that habit. It just feeds it in a new form. And here's a curiosity for you. Studies now show that even the taste of sweetness, without any calories at all, can trigger the release of insulin in some people, preparing the body for sugar that never comes. Over time, this can potentially destabilize your metabolism, making it even harder to control cravings or lose weight. But here's the real twist, the part almost nobody talks about. There's one sweetener that breaks the pattern, allulose. It's a rare sugar found naturally in figs, raisins, and maple syrup, and it's making waves in nutrition circles because, unlike other sweeteners, it doesn't spike blood sugar, doesn't trigger insulin, and may even reduce sugar cravings over time. Allulose is absorbed by the body, but not metabolized as energy, so it has near zero calories, and more importantly, doesn't feed those addictive cycles that regular sugar and many sugar substitutes can. Early research suggests that allulose could even help lower blood glucose and improve insulin sensitivity, supporting better metabolic health. And the best part? Many people find that it satisfies their sweet tooth without leaving them ravenous for more. So why haven't you heard about it? Unlike the billion-dollar honey or agave syrup industries, allulose is relatively new, less commercialized, and harder to produce. But for those serious about breaking free from sugar without falling into the trap of endless sweeteners, it presents an enticing option. Let's return to the bigger picture. What does a true sugar detox, a real reset, actually mean? It's more than just cutting out cookies and soda. It's about healing the very pathways in your brain and body that sugar has shaped. For years, Every hit of sweetness has trained you to want more, then crash, then crave again. Every sweetened snack has told your brain that reward is one bite away every time you feel stressed, bored, or tired. A true sugar detox is as much mental as it is physical. It's about giving your brain a break from the addictive spikes and crashes and giving your body the chance to return to a natural rhythm where energy is steady, mood is consistent, and cravings begin to fade. But it doesn't happen overnight. Here's what most people experience in the first week. Day 1-2, you may feel fatigued or irritable. Your brain is recalibrating, and it can be an uncomfortable process. Day 3-4, headaches and brain fog can peak, but your taste buds start to reset. Suddenly, fruit tastes sweeter. Even vegetables begin to reveal their natural sugar. Day 5-7, energy begins to stabilize, and you might notice fewer cravings. Mood may improve, and even your sleep could deepen. After that first week, something even more powerful can happen. As cravings vanish, you find that sweetness no longer dominates your palate. You start to appreciate the complexity of natural foods, the subtlety of flavors, and the satisfaction of real, unprocessed nourishment. And if you do want to reintroduce sweetness, the options matter. Choosing minimally processed, low-fructose, and additive-free sweeteners like pure stevia or allulose can help you avoid falling back into old habits. But the ultimate victory isn't just swapping sweeteners. It's discovering that you no longer need to chase that hit at every turn. So the next time you reach for honey or agave, ask yourself, is this truly helping me break free, or am I just serving the same master, sweetened by another name? Here's one more secret that experts agree on. The less you rely on sweet flavors, the less you crave them. Each time you resist the urge to add honey to your tea or syrup to your breakfast, you're retraining your taste buds, rewiring your brain. Over the weeks and months that follow, life becomes less about fighting cravings and more about feeling satisfied, energized, and in control. Imagine mornings where you wake up clear-headed and alert, afternoons where your energy remains steady, and evenings where dessert isn't a compulsion, but a choice, easily skipped or savored without a ripple of guilt. This is the real freedom, the freedom that starts when the craving ends. The truth is, going sugar-free isn't about deprivation. It's about unlocking the potential your body and mind have been seeking all along. It's about feeling better than you ever thought possible, not just for a few days, but for the long haul. So if you've ever felt trapped by cravings, frustrated by failed diets, or exhausted by energy slumps, consider this your invitation. Try a real sugar detox. 7 days, no processed sugars or sneaky sweeteners. Watch your body and mind begin to reset. If you do choose a sweetener, do your homework. Look for those that won't sabotage your progress. Pure, minimally processed, with as little impact on metabolism and cravings as possible. Because in today's world, where sugar hides in plain sight, breaking free is the ultimate act of self-care. And after just 1 week, you might find that you don't even miss it. Remember, the goal is not just to change what you eat, but to change how you think about sweetness itself, to find joy in foods as they are, to rediscover energy and focus, calm and satisfaction, not from a packet or a squeeze bottle, but from within. So, is it possible to really reset your brain, heal your metabolism, and end cravings in just 7 days? The answer is yes, but only if you break free of the need for sweetness altogether. The journey isn't about finding the best sweetener. It's about rediscovering the natural balance your body was meant to have and allowing yourself The true freedom that comes, not from sweetness, but from satisfaction. The real secret is this. When you're no longer a prisoner to your cravings, you can finally taste life in all its richness, complexity, and joy. And that, more than anything, is the sweetest victory of all.